Game's first play, and it's second down.
Devin White on the tackle.
Yeah, baby.
A gain of 2.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Watch the pass. No.
Here's Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
18 on the play. First down, Texans.
Single. I see you slot. Check four. Tight end right. Mike four.
Now a first down throw. Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Everyone got four down.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson and Dwayne Allen on the ground. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33.
First down, Houston.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Ricky. 25, check 25. 24.
Throwing again is Watson. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time, as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 10 brings up third and inches.
Set. 19. Hey. Shoot. What the
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
And the Texans first down.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Now second and 6 at the 16-yard line.
From the 16, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Geronimo Allison, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 30.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. No, 66.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down now, it's Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Faking the give, now Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Mike, 53! 55, Mike. I got it! Check 24, check 24. 6-6, pull it high.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field.
And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
First down, Texans.
Pin the mirrors back and go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. After one, it's 13-6.
That's the end of the first quarter. It's the score, Buccaneers 13, Texans 6.
Set. 18. Check 55 tonight. All day. All day. Shift. I can run. Mike 55.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Check 50, check 31. Hey, we got to snap it.
Here we go with Johnson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things
interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Mike 55.
On 2nd and 7, Watson lets it fly deep for Cobb. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Bucs' 39-yard line.
We set. 19. 55. He don't know no better.
Watson lets it fly deep for Cobb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and he returns it here. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Texans.
Touchdown, Houston.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Wide, get wide. Alert. Hey, box drop.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll try the right side with Jones. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now Brady, he's going to rifle one deep left, going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
We're set. Come on, team. Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Shoot. 54. It's a safety crease.
On first down, Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 54. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Watson on 3rd down. And an alley to run. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the run, Watson going to throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Watson now to throw. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. But I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will score. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run with Washington. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Jones has it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Wait, that 53. Check 55, Mike. You're trapped. Watch twist. Check 43. Slam. Topper. Wait, 28.
Now Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, touchdown number 18 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Texans take over.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Watson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
First down, Texans.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st down, Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson out to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
He's across midfield to the
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers 48-yard line.
Again, it's Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Steps away. He'll try and run it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Second and 1.
Watson off play action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Slam, slam, slam. Pilot, 64, weak.
41's coming, 41's the mic. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense, let's go.
72. 72.
On first down, Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hey, 29. Alpha.
Here we go, see? All day, defense, all day.
On first down, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Wait, that wide, 80. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Hey, Beckett.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, he finds his target. It's Evans. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. I would say,
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. He's cracked. 24. He's checking crack.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And Stills bringing it in. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
A gain of 15.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the gun on third, Watson. He's got his target. It's Cobb. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. To throw is Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Texans.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They'll wind up losing 7 yards. They'll make this a 2nd and long.